Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, Senate File 2318 is the Military Employment Rights and Protection Act of 2010. The bill requires the Department of Administrative Services and Department of Veterans Affairs to ensure state employees are aware of their rights and responsibilities upon activation. The bill allows members of the police officers' retirement system to participate and buy back into their retirement system just as members of IPERS are presently allowed to do. Critically, the bill provides for professional liability insurance coverage to be dropped while on deployment. This is a critical measure, particularly for those in the medical field, to make their lives a little bit easier, that they don't have to continue paying bills on insurance while they're deployed overseas. The bill also creates a working group to identify military training that can carry over into professional licensing in the state, with emphasis on workforce shortages. We know that we're short on workforce. We have a lot of trained workforce eligible through the military. We want to identify those skills that easily transfer and attract those folks to come back to Iowa. Finally, the bill allows for the superintendent of banking and the superintendent of credit unions to enforce payday lending laws that were passed by Congress 2 years ago. This provision does come at the request of the Department of Defense. That concludes my opening remarks.
Is there discussion on Senate File 2318? Seeing none, return to the Senator from Woodbury for final remarks.
Mr. President, I hope the body is aware of the actions that, with the passage of this bill, this body has taken. The Department of Defense has asked states across the country to take measures in 10 separate areas. 10 separate areas where the Department of Defense has said these are key issues for states to act on, key to the readiness of our military, key to the quality of life for our military. Mr. President, with the adoption of this bill, the state of Iowa will have accomplished all 10 of those measures and be, according to my account as of January 1st, the only state to have done so. So when we say we are truly leading the nation, we really are leading the nation on veterans affairs. With that, Mr. President, I move its adoption.